Hey everyone, it's Miriam here. We are on the letter M for the ABC challenge, and M is for memory. And what you see in front of you is a memory journal that I have made. It is made out of a Secret Garden hardback book. It's missing a corner. This is a memory journal that I made for my mother. It has a closure here. The closure is made out of these little metal pieces that you could just thread a ribbon through, which is what I've done here. I wanted to make it nice and simple for a memory journal. I made this for my mother, who had a lot of problems with short-term memory and dementia prior to her death last year. And I just wanted to share this with you so you can see an example of a memory journal. And this one, the spine is maybe 1.5 inches, and my gator mouth is good 5-6 inches. I don't have a ruler with me to measure it. I'm filming from a remote location, so forgive the camera. However, and I hope you don't hear the rain in the background. But if you do, that's what it is. Now, this has had a lot of opening and closing, and my spine has broken on this right here. But I'm going to just do a flip through so you can see various things that I have put in this journal. This is the beginning here. Her birthday is April 13th. There is a little journal card here. And I believe it has more information about my mother's birth on it. Pull it out here because it's been a while since I made this, so I'm really not sure what all I had in it. But I just filled almost every page with information that related to her. Here's history of 1940. When the year my mother was born, there's some history there. There's a little vintage announcement for a new little daughter. And inside, it has her birth date, her age, and how much she weighed at birth. Oh, actually, let me look here. Yeah, it is my mother's birth date and things. And then I also put in a book page from a 1940 book, I believe. This is just a spelling book that was copyright 1940. So that's what's in the little folder, and I'm not going to take time to put them back in right now. I'll put them. This is a photograph of my mother's mother, which would have been my grandmother. I copied a photograph, and that is how I made that page. And this is a picture of my grandmother with her father, so that would be my great-grandfather. And this is my mother's name here, how my mother wrote her name in a book, her last name in a book that she had. Inside the envelope, I have a couple recipes. One is for my grandmother's corn relish. I guess I just have the one recipe. Yeah, just one recipe in there. And then you turn the page, and here is information about her wedding announcement. Trying to keep everything in here, but there's a tag in here that has information about my mother and dad's wedding. And there's a vintage bride and groom there. And then on the back, it is a picture and the date that my mom and dad got married. And then there's a little Mr. and Mrs. card that I slipped in. And I don't know if you can hear the rain. This is a pocket here And this is a little mini journal that was stuck in a lace pocket here. Yeah. And this is a little mini journal here. I'm sorry, I'm off camera. Let me bring that back around. There we go. And here is a little folio that I made with many pictures of her, my mother and her sisters when they were younger. She had 2 other sisters, and they're just pictures of them when they were much younger, and I turned it into just a little mini photo album with copied photographs in here. And yes, someone in our family has the originals, so they are just copies of that. And I just simply made my own little photograph album here. And a picture of my grandparents with my mom and her 3 sisters. And that's a Tim Holtz, but with the 3 girls, I thought that would be appropriate. Okay, and let's see what we have next. This is kind of a surprise to me. I haven't looked at it for a while. I have a coffee pocket here with 3 cards in here. And they each say M-O-M. They're just little letter cards. There should be an O here too. Yes, there are 3 cards. And I believe they are... There is one for with my brother's picture, one with my picture on it. And the middle one, I believe, is a picture of my mother with both of us. Yes, that's a picture of my mother with both of us. There is a little announcement with my picture. And this little announcement up here has my brother's picture, and it just folds back. Then you turn the page, and there's just a piece of vellum. I also have a couple tags there that came from a kit I got from my Porch Friends mother and daughter kit. I'm not sure if that's the exact same name, but that's where I did get most of my digitals, and many of these are also book pages. There is a card here, and rather than leaving it blank anywhere for my mom to write, I tried to put things on the back that would spark memories to her. So when she looks at something in this journal, as she will go through it, it would spark a memory of hers. This one has a little thing that says how to go to a tea party. And my mother was really big with her granddaughter and myself, and even her grandsons, about having tea parties with them. So I've got a picture belly band here with an envelope here. Something I believe I found on the internet. You open it up and let's see, is there anything inside? I believe so. Let's see what we have inside here. We have a card. A couple cards. One is a little poem that I remember my mother saying quite often, Mistress Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? So, and then I also have, and my mother was a telephone operator when she was first got married for a few years when I was a child, and she was a telephone operator before she became a nurse. And I put the Can You Hear Me Now? And just several vintage post office telephone operator type images. And these I got from Pam at the Paper Outpost. Just several phone images of telephones, telephone operator type things. Okay. And here we have an envelope with a vintage paper doll inside with a fabric pocket. This is just a vintage letter. I believe that also was one from a kit from Pam at the Paper Outpost, I believe. And then I have this with a bag that has a couple pockets here. And we'll just pull both sides out here and see what we have. We have a picture, an older picture of a vintage nurse and a lady sitting on the telephone, just a couple photos that I put in. She was born on the 13th, so I added the 13. And this was a book that I had that she often read to me when I was a child, the Laugh book. And I just put the front page out of it. It's a scholastic book from, I'm not sure, let me see here. It has a little rhyme on the back. And I would say from 1971. That is where that came from. And we just flip some more. I have a couple vintage photographs of nursing things in a little heart pocket here. There's 3 different photographs that are just vintage photos of nursing people. There is a little folio here, or policy envelope, I guess these are called. Oops. And let's see here. Okay, there we go. Whoop, not quite. Again, I apologize for the phone. I'm just don't have my way to put my phone mount, so we're just kind of trying it like this. I'll be back Wednesday evening, so my video Wednesday will probably go up quite late on Wednesday. All right, let's see what we've got in here. We have a little folio from the Secret Garden book. It has the 3 kids on it. And on the back, there is basics of canning. And this is a picture of the church many years ago that they attended. Actually, no, they did not attend this. This was St. Stephen Church in Caldwell, Ohio. It's signed by the one of the Monsignor that was at the church that my mother got to know very well. He moved to our church, and she got to know him there. And then there's just a poem that he wrote as well, Father Luciano. Okay. Turn the page. Another book my mother got me and often would help me create little plays. And there's also, we used to make these little sweetheart sandwiches, and I wrote the recipe out when I was a kid, and I still have that, so I stuck it in there just to bring some memories back for her. And then we have a pocket here with a pamphlet with several dolls. And my mother very much helped me to collect dolls when I was a child. And then we have a page here. In this pocket are little tiny tags. And there's 3 roads written on here. Each one of them is the name of a road that my mother lived on. And each tag has a number. So she could pull the tags out of the pocket and slip it down into the pocket so that the numbers in the roads matched up. So it's simply something to create lots and lots of memories. Some book pages from the Secret Garden, and some book pages here. This is a picture of my grandfather and his homemade recipe for eggnog. And then we've got a couple tags here in this side pocket. This is a picture of my grandfather's business. And we've got a mother-daughter tag here with a thing about electricity on the back. My grandfather was an electrician. And here is just a bunch of images from 1940s, which is the year my mother was born. Okay, and that's the first signature. Signature number 2 starts with a wooded family plate there. And we have a pocket on this side with a couple little folios inside. We've got this one that's simply just a little folio with a family picture and something about telephones in there, to the modern handset telephone, and a little picture with a lighthouse. And again, just some pictures of the collaged on there with the lighthouse from that area. My mother liked going, and they took a vacation up to the East Coast to see lighthouses at one point. And then we have a slide, a belly band slide here. It slides up and down, and you can read the poem as you slide that up and down. And something probably at one time was slipped in there, though it's not here now. And then we have a song that my mother very much liked on just a piece of pink dyed paper. Another poem by Father Luciano, whom she was very fond of. And then there is a little belly band here. We've got a little card in here, a 1977 calendar card. We've got a little page from a vintage book. I just stuck a couple little pages in there. And a very old, I believe that's Spanish card. A flash card. Then we turn over here, and what do we have here? This is, let's see. How I get into this, I'm not real sure. Oh, it is a windowed envelope. Here we go. It is a windowed envelope, and when you pull here, it's been a while since this has been taken out. Okay. When it is a slide here, right here, and when you pull that open, you get a picture of my mother and her two siblings and just some writing back there. And I put this on here because to me it looked like a guy in a wheelchair, and both of my brother and I both are in wheelchairs, though my brother is no longer with us. And then we have some vintage music here, yellow butterflies, and a vintage time card, just simply slipped in here with a little clip. We've got, I hope that the rain isn't too loud. I am on a screened-in porch and you can hear it raining around me. And at the end of the video, stay tuned because I'm going to show you what I visited today. And then I have just an old pattern and an envelope with a couple pockets here. The secret garden here, this lifts up, and there's a fold-out picture. And then there are two pockets here. Let's see what has been slipped in them. We've got something here. Oh, I'm having trouble getting it out. All right, we've got a couple old cards here, Chip and Dale, and just simply an old music card, flashcards. And, oh, we do have something in the other pocket as well. Let's see what's in the other pocket. This is just another little flip folio, and there's writing space in it. So these are from my porch prints, straight from her digital kit that I used. Okay. And then let's see what's behind. That was the center of that one, signature. And we got another pattern and a little piece of vellum again. Got a couple cards here. Got a card that says family and has a picture of two of her grandchildren on the back. And then we have a card here. Turn it sideways. Ooh, I think this one somehow got stuck down here. I know it's been taken out because I've taken these out multiple times, so it's probably set for a while. And that's why it doesn't want to come out, maybe? There we go. Okay. This is just a little squirrel in the back from a vintage children's book. And a mother and daughter. When the daughter got married. And we have some vintage music here. The other side of the yellow butterfly. And then we have a couple more tags that have photos of families on it and family members. And this one just world's best grandma, world's best grandpa. With a little vellum pocket here. Some nursing pictures from a book. Another little pocket here with an old Lincoln Electric Company tag and a picture of the electrical company that my grandfather owned on the back. And then I have a old telephone company bill in here from West Virginia Western Telephone Company. And this is from 1909, long before my mama was born. Okay, again, I've got a little side tuck here. And we've got a few things tucked away here. My mom kept this with her at the memory care unit she was out, and she got it out often when she remembered to show people when they came to see her. And picture of family, a little folio piece, and just a little church card, and another vintage postcard from, I'm really not sure from when, but it's quite aged. And then just the digital. And a couple more tags. More tags, some of my mother's writing. And we have a little pocket, that one of these that flips out, and on the inside is a memory envelope here that has pictures of my mom and dad and my brother, and a little memory ornament type thing in honor of my brother's memory. And then we have a little folio I made about Little Women, which was one of her favorite books. And it just has a little information about each of the characters, which she was very familiar with. And in the center here, I can't remember what I put in the center. It is the information about Louisa May Alcott, who wrote Little Women. So the folio was made out of book pages from Little Women. I'll show you the whole thing here momentarily. And it was made out of the inside of a little golden book that was mine. So I tried to include information about the book Little Women and information about the author and the characters to try to help her remember those things when she looked through the book. So a memory journal is slightly different as I see it from a memory keeping journal. A memory keeping journal, you would want to write and keep things in it that you would want to remember where you had been on something. However, a memory journal is written so that someone can go through it, and you want to make it as interactive as possible. And this is one of the first journals I did. It's got all kinds of lace, and I kind of went overboard with my pages, I know. But I wanted to fill it full of memories. So I just kept filling it until I didn't have any pages left. So that's what I had to show you about the memory journal today. I'm not going to make one on this video. It was just a flip through of this to give you some idea, if you are new to junk journaling, just what a memory journal is all about. I am filming on location, and I'm going to show you here in a few minutes where I went today, so that you will be able to see what's going on around me. Thank goodness we went this morning, because right now it's pouring the rain down out here. So I'll give you a little view. All you're going to see is rain, and this isn't the only view I have, but you can see all the wooded area around us from the screened in back porch that we have. That's what I got for you so far. Hang on there, and in a few minutes there will be more to come. You all have a wonderful evening, and I hope you enjoyed the flip through of the journal that I did for you today. Bye for now, and I'll see you next time. So this is where I am today. I am at Ash Cave in Logan, Ohio, watching this beautiful small waterfall and trying to hold the phone steady while I check out Ash Cave here. It will go further, but not in a wheelchair.